Welcome to Rage, you nerds. I'm Mr. Cack. That's TJ. That's Jared. And we are the nerds, and we're here to rage. And today's rage is a holiday-themed food fight. Because we're going to be talking about Eli Roth's Thanksgiving. So, Eli Roth, I don't know if you guys remember this, but in the Grindhouse movie, included several faux trailers. One of them was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's where you were talking about that. I was like, I've heard of this. I've seen this. If this is the same trailer. It's where they also the Machete movies.
Yes. Yep.
Came from.
What we're gonna do first is we're gonna watch the Grindhouse trailer, then we will watch the actual teaser trailer for Eli Roth's polished Thanksgiving movie. We're gonna try to figure out, is this a movie that should be made? Because we're at a point now where we could be pretty picky because there's nothing. There's literally nothing. If it's not Barbie, Oppenheimer, or Super Mario, ain't nobody giving a crap about a movie being made right now. Yep. So let's watch the first one. Look at that quality. Oh God, yeah. It's so quiet.
I like the Grindhouse trailers because it's like the old, like 70s style.
The stuffing scared out of you. Thanksgiving. In the town of Plymouth, Massachusetts, the fourth Thursday in November is the most celebrated day of the year.
I appreciate that you could tell that's Eli Roth just doing the voice.
The table is set. The studies have begun. When an uninvited guest has arrived.
Completely forgot about this trailer too.
Yeah, me too.
No leftovers.
My gosh. The Thanksgiving puns he's coming up with is atrocious.
They're great though. This is the sad thing.
Thanksgiving.
This looks so classic.
Okay, now this is the Grindhouse part of it.
Yeah.
Well, we can't show any of this on YouTube.
That's a blur. That's a blur. That's a blur.
Just trust that what you're watching is very wholesome.
Yeah. Oh!
Whoa! No!
Happy Thanksgiving, baby.
Oh. Oh, that's Eli.
I start saying that's Eli Roth too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, that sound effect. The sound effect of her slurping is not good.
Thanksgiving.
Cool it, Judy.
Cool it, Judy.
I like the sounds are all over exaggerated too.
The kissing.
Well, it's the 70s too, like that style. In the 70s, everything was over exaggerated.
Oh, there's Michael Biehn again.
I just like that he licked the blood.
Happy Thanksgiving, Grandma.
Leave your stuff.
Oh, no, thank you.
From director Eli Roth.
Yeah, we'll blur that one too.
You'll come home for the holidays in a body bag.
Wait, what?
What was that?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I think there was some shenanigans going on there.
I think we ignore that. All right, boys. So this is the premise that a feature-length film is being made on. So we're about to watch this. Let's get some reaction from our nerds to feel out where you're at with this. TJ, what'd you think of the concept here, the premise?
I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I remember like when the Grindhouse movies came out, like this being one of those fake trailers and everything, and it was kind of like, man, I hope they kind of make a movie about this. I like the 70s vibe of it and the 70s look of it, just the way the filming style and everything. And I think it could have been a good horror movie from the 70s, especially like with the parade killing and stuff like that. But you know, it does seem like it goes a little bit out in left field with everything else. Yeah.
Jared, I was gonna say, TJ, you done?
Yeah, I'm
sorry. Sorry. Are you full? Have you had
Yeah. I've had my fill.
Jared, what do you think of this being the premise for an actual movie?
Well, I don't want to be a turkey here, but I'm with TJ. I love the kind of 8mm shot. Kind of reminds me of the oh gosh, what was that? Not The Town That Dreaded Sundown, although that one's in there too. It kind of reminds me of The Town That Dreaded Sundown, the original of that. But the Last House on the Left, that's what I'm thinking of. It kind of reminds me of the original Last House on the Left, the way it's shot, grainy, but still has like everything about that was like a 70s vibe. That's, I don't know. It's kind of cool to see modern film be, which modern, I guess that was that when did that 2009, 2010, something like that?
Like 2007, I think.
Okay, yeah. So even for then being able to do those grainy effects like that, which knowing Eli Roth, he probably shot the damn thing on 8mm film. But so yeah, I'm with TJ. I kind of like that. I kind of like the effects. But whether or not the premise of the movie, I feel like everybody does Christmas and everybody does Halloween. You don't get to see very many Thanksgiving horror films. So I think that's kind of neat too.
All right, let's get a second helping. This is Thanksgiving, the teaser trailer. There will be no leftovers is the tag.
Thanksgiving is a time for appreciation.
There he is.
Celebrate with the ones.
Gobble up these deals.
It's looking like there's going to be a lot of shots
Time
that
for
are the
all
same,
families to be
Yeah.
together.
but an actual storyline this time.
Oh, a freezing death. Interesting.
Nice.
Little grot. Oh. Hey, the trampoline shot made it.
Oh, somebody just got their face in a saw.
The guy from Suits.
Hey, he's also oh gosh, what else is he in? He's in a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to think of one
He
specific.
plays an asshole in everything that he's
Yes, in everything.
Well, I'm sure he'll be different here, guys.
in. I mean,
sure
he just
now
has that look though that
he's-
just fits
yeah.
perfectly for it.
Yeah. Let's go around the horn once more. Your thoughts on what we've just seen for the trailer, and then we'll start discussing some bigger picture stuff here. So, TJ, what'd you think of this teaser?
I like that they kept a lot of the concept the same while adding a storyline, because the previous trailer didn't really have a storyline. It was just, let's show a bunch of people getting killed, so it looks like there's actually going to be a story. But like I mentioned earlier, it is modernized. Which, I mean, I guess is fine. I do like the aesthetic of that 70s style. It seems like something this campy would seem to fit better with the 70s style.
Once again, I'm agreeing with TJ too much tonight. Maybe something's wrong with me. But no, I agree. I kind of like that campiness of the 70s vibe, but I like the fact that Eli Roth, I say things outside the box. When he's making a movie off a trailer he already did several years ago, but he's a real innovator. But I think it's going to be good. I think this could have a tendency to be a little bit campy as well, just because of the overall, just the feel of it, I guess. It's just a little bit more modern. And I think when you get like going back to the grainy shots, the 8mm, the old style video, I think where you can really take advantage of that in certain movies, not maybe one like this, like the trailer was funny. It was meant to look like, because Grindhouse was supposed to come out in the 70s. But I think so the trailers had to fit. But I think if you're going to make a movie like how they did the opening of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, with the cops going through the house, shot on the old black and white stuff. Like, I feel like you could pull that off in a movie if you had a certain protagonist that, I don't know. I feel like that I don't feel like this was the setting for the movie. I'm kind of glad they polished it up a little bit, because I think it'll be a little bit easier to watch, and I think people will pay attention more to some of those things. It looks like it's going to have some gruesome death scenes too.
So we now have watched both trailers. We've seen the idea behind the idea, and now we've seen the teaser trailer, and in both we really don't know what the plot is. We know someone is killing on Thanksgiving, or unaliving on Thanksgiving. Thanks, YouTube. We know that someone is using a pilgrim-esque visage as they are going about their slaughtering. But we really don't know why or for what reason, and I don't know if we even need an explanation. But I guess my question to you guys, and we can go TJ Jarrett again, is does Thanksgiving deserve a horror movie? Like the actual holiday, not this movie. Like this movie, yeah, but like the actual holiday. TJ, does Thanksgiving deserve its day in the sun?
Absolutely. There's no day that you can't just make a horror movie off of. Friday the 13th, right? They've made several Christmas horror movies. They've made 4th of July horror movies, I think. Maybe. I'm sure they have. Wasn't there the one like with Uncle Sam, where Uncle Sam
Yes.
was like
Yep.
the killer?
Yeah.
So I mean, they've made for a lot of holidays, especially if you get on Hulu and you look at some of those movies that they have. They have like every month. It's based around like a holiday every month, like several Valentine's Day horror movies. But you don't really see any of Thanksgiving except for the one with the fake turkey that runs around killing. Thanksgiving, I think is what it's called. Right?
Yes. Sadly, yes. Jared, what do you think? Do you think Thanksgiving deserves a horror movie, and is this the horror movie it
Absolutely.
deserves?
It maybe. we'll have, that is yet to be determined, but it's definitely. And I'm still trying to think. I can't think of another one other than Thanksgiving. You know, let's call it a legitimate shot at a horror movie on Thanksgiving. And for those of you watching at home, we could just all three be drawing blanks right now and not being able to think of one. But can you think of any Thanksgiving horror movies? Should we Google that real quick?
I can actually think of another one, but go ahead, Jared.
Well, I was just going to say, yes, Thanksgiving, I feel like the fact that we can't name any really, I mean, other than whatever TJ's about to say, and the Thanksgiving, which was what I passionately and affectionately refer to as a cheesy B-rated horror film or a sci-fi horror film. Not sci-fi as in science fiction. Sci-fi is in the channel. Science fiction is good. Sci-fi is, well, fun. So, but you know, I can't think of any. And just the fact that the three of us collectively have only thought of two, that tells me that it needs its day in the sun. It needs a little more stuffing. It needs a little more butter on that roll. Thanksgiving needs its casserole at the party. True horror fans, you know, it doesn't matter if it's Saw 114 and Saw 114 or this. They're going expecting a show, and to go to TJ's point, what he said a second ago, he's not really sure what the plot is. I don't know if there needs to be one, man. You know, you just get a guy who dresses up like a pilgrim who kills, so far, a turkey, a cheerleader, a lunch lady, maybe. There's some freezer there, and she's in the kitchen, so she may not be any. But like, that's all you need to know, really. It's just this one crate. Now, I hope they do kind of explain it and be like, he used to be at a mental hospital, and then a fire burned down his mom's warehouse, and you know, make it as complicated or stupid or as simple as you want to. I don't think people are going to get too hung up on that. I think this is going to be a good romp, a good think of Thanksgiving reference here. This will be like opening a brand new can of cranberries and or yams. What do you eat at Thanksgiving? Cranberries? Yam? What do you do?
Yes. Both.
Okay. Personally,
Stuffing.
I like this movie like I like my mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving. Mushy and full of garlic. That doesn't make any sense, but I don't care. This has been Raging Nerds.
I think this movie will be like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, an extremely long waste of time. So,
A bunch of bags
just
full of hot
kind
air.
of touching on what Jared said a little bit, whereas, you know, something about a story or, you know, a reason behind like why the guy's doing it. I like movies where they don't, like horror movies where they don't give a reason why. Like, you know, it's just all of a sudden, here's this guy. You know, you never get a reason why Michael Myers is killing everybody. He just is.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so I like the whole idea of there not really being a reason why. It's just some guy just dons a pilgrim outfit and goes around killing people on Thanksgiving. Would or undeading or unliving or whatever YouTube allows.
Neutralizing
People on, you know, Thanksgiving, I think would just be a good enough plot. I mean, there doesn't need to be a reason behind it. I think that's the biggest problem with modern horror movies. You know, where I said, yeah, I like the older ones a lot better because a lot of times the older ones don't give you a reason why. It's just this. It's just, you know, here's a normal town where people are living their normal lives, and oh look, there's old Sadie. She's coming over to see old Billy, and oh look, oh no, someone breaks in and kills them, or unalives them, or neutralizes them, or undeads them. I don't know. What's the term? What is the term?
So many bleeps.
Yeah, you know, so those make to me better movies because there's no reason. But everything now has to have a reason. You know, Smile, you had to have the giant demon smile monster.
Oh.
You know, for whatever reason. you know,
I did like Smile still too, though.
I did too, except for the giant demon smile monster thing.
So before we get back to this small tangent, but have you guys seen Talk to Me?
When
No.
it's Talk to Me, I feel like
Oh my
I have.
gosh, it is a horror movie that just recently came out in theaters.
Oh, is
like
that
a couple
the
months ago.
one with the hand where you like
Yes!
the hand of the thing and it grabs
Yes!
you? Okay, I've seen the
If you
trailer
can-
for it.
If you can look past the fact that they're Australian, it is such a good horror movie. And there's no explanations for anything.
Good.
And the rules that you're given for it, also, you don't know if you can trust them because it's a bunch of high school kids. And why in God's name would you trust a bunch of high school kids from Australia? But I would really love a chance to sit down and talk to you boys once you've had a chance to see Talk to Me whenever it comes out for home release. That is by far one of my, like, out of modern horror movies. I thought Smile was my favorite for a while. This one, I think, may have usurped Smile. Addison Rae is in this. Do you guys know who Addison Rae is? Anyway, she's a TikTok superstar, wonderkin, whatever they're referred to on that. And this is, I guess, her first feature-length film. Is she ready to be the main heroine of a horror movie?
Well, I'm having to Google who she is because apparently I don't get on TikTok.
During like TikTok. During the first wave of TikTok coming to America, there was the Charlie DeMilo or whatever there was like sisters that were really popular. Addison Rae was also in that hemisphere of someone that would just do like the dance trends and kind of set the dance trends in the beginning stages of TikTok. I'm so glad TikTok has evolved past that point. She again could potentially be our final girl if Eli Roth adheres to horror movie tropes. Or she could be one of the first ones killed, a la Paris Hilton.
So something like that kind of makes me think that they're only in the movie for one specific, like they have no real like skills except for whatever they do on TikTok. So that's what they'll be in the movie for, is to be like a TikTok person who ends up getting neutralized.
I'm gonna say she's the first one gone. I'm gonna say they scream her. They put the TikTok star whoever up front like they did with Drew Barrymore. Now, in fairness, Jenna Ortega survived. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. She's the first one to go.
A part of me really hopes that you're right, but I have this sense of dread that she could be okay. If she ends up, it's one of those things where she has to be first or she has to survive or be last.
Yeah,
like,
there's
like
no
she
one or the
can't
other.
be one of the middle ones, right? That's boring. That's boring.
Honestly, it sounds like if they are going to go to like, well, what you're playing is a high school kid who's, you know, popular on TikTok, so your death is going to set off the entire story, kind of thing.
I'd be fine. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that.
Which means first one to go.
I hope so. Okay, so we saw
the setup is there.
Speaking of setup, we saw the trampoline. Do we hope that all of the prominent displays of killing that we saw in the original Grindhouse trailer make their modernized version into this final film?
I mean, what the hell kind of a question is that? I mean, you can't answer yes because then you sound like a freaking psychopath, but you can't answer no because hell yes, we all want to see it.
So whenever the Grindhouse first came out and some guys were worked with were talking about the movie and they're talking about all the fake trailers and everything in there, they specifically mentioned the trampoline spot to me when they were talking about this. So to me, it makes me think that that's something like that is something that is unique and has not been done and until that trailer. So now modernize it and put it in the movie. It's got to happen.
We don't get whatever that last few seconds on the original Grindhouse was. Hopefully that doesn't make it. But we're getting the big turkey human. That's gonna be a reveal. I can already feel it in my bones. If they don't do it, they're pussies. This has been Rage You Nerds. We hope to catch you on the next one. We'll see ya. Enjoy this. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out our other stuff. Things on the side.